all. This is Carrie. Today is a focused flow for runners. So whether you're new to running or not, this will help get those tightened hips, hamstrings, and so on loosened up for you. So let's start on our backs. If you want blocks, grab some blocks beforehand. Let's talk props. So either yoga blocks, if you don't have yoga blocks, I would suggest pressing pause, going to grab a bath towel and rolling it up really tight. So it's a very tight, longer spiral. And then come on back and come on to your back. Have the tightened, rolled up towel or your block next to you. And you can start with your legs straight out in front if you prefer. If it's a little bit too much for your low back, have your feet on the floor, feet wide, and then knees tented together for constructive rest pose. You can start that way as well, which is how I am. And then take a moment, start to slow down your breath. Maybe count your inhales for a count of 3 and exhale for a count of 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. And you can keep that going. And if you are a runner, which I used to be, and when you hit that flow point of running where you just kind of, your body goes numb, your mind goes numb, and you're just in that flow state and you're not really sure how long it's been and you're not thinking of anything, just the run. And that's kind of where we all try to get to when we're running. It sometimes can have good days and bad days. But the difference with that type of moving meditation, which it is, and yoga is with yoga, I personally would love for you to keep your mind not lost and numbed, but more so focused and aware of what's going on in your body. So it's just closing out everything else that's going on around you and focusing what's going on inside. Take a nice big inhale in, hold it at the top, fill up a little bit more, and then open mouth, release. Let's do that again. Big inhale, hold at the top. Pull in a little bit more air. Pull in a little bit more. And then open mouth, release all that air. Seal your lips. Start to inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose with a slight constriction in the back of your throat. And then bring your knees to your chest and start to rock a little side to side. Keeping your breath going, you can start to rotate through your toes and ankles if you want. And then holding on to your right shin, clasp your hands around your right shin, let your left leg go nice and long. Turn your toes up towards the ceiling or sky and find a compression stretch in your right hip by pulling that right knee to the right rib cage, shoulder blades down your back. And then press energy out your left heel. So although you're pulling your right knee in, press your left heel like you're pressing it into a wall and pull your low belly nice and taut. So Uddiyana Bandha. And you can rock your right hip a little bit side to side. And then start to press your right heel up to the ceiling. Clasp your hands behind your right hamstring. And instead of pulling your hamstring to your face, start to press your right leg through your hands like you're trying to unclasp your hands. So make it a nice long really strong movement where if you let go with your hands, your right leg just slams to the floor. Squeeze the inside of your thighs towards each other, your left thigh and right thigh. Breathe. Good. And then slowly start to pull gently your right leg towards your chest. Right toes are flexed back towards your face. Good. And then again, press your hamstring through your hands without letting them go. And then exhale, gently pull your right leg towards your chest. Good. And then start to make some movements like a hinge with your knee of straightening your leg and bending your knee. Just warming up that knee joint, which if you're like me, from all the running, it can be a little sore. One knee might be worse than the other. And then try to make some circles through that knee. It might be hard to tell and it might be hard to do, but even though my foot is making circles, I'm trying to guide my foot by making circles with my knee, going one way a few times and then the other way a few times. And then come into a half happy baby. So if it's too much to grab for your outside of your foot, you can bring your forearm right to your inside of your thigh and pull and open your hip and knee to the right and feel that opening of your hip. Good. And then bend your left knee, place your left foot on the floor, and take your right ankle over your left knee. So you're in a figure four. And then rock your knees right to left. Windshield wiper right to left. Keep breathing. And then with your right ankle over your left knee, lift your left foot off. Reach your hands behind you and glue them down. If you have a wall, you can press them into the wall. And as you exhale, curl your right shin into your chest. So we're really working the low abs. You're keeping your head to the floor. Inhale to release. Exhale, drive your left knee in to touch your right shin towards your chest. Tailbone lifts off. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. It's just rocking the tailbone up, but you have to use energy and some low core, low abs. Inhale to release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale. Do that a few more times. Keep sending your right knee back as you do so. Good. And then set both feet down. Reset where you need to. Rock your knees a little side to side. And then clasp your hands around your left shin and let your right leg go long. As you start to pull your left knee to your right to your left, glued to your rib cage, to the side of your left rib cage, up towards your armpit, start to send energy out your right heel like you're pressing on a wall, and then tighten up your low belly. Hollowing it out a bit like someone's giving you a little punch to the gut, shoulders down towards the floor versus up by your ears. And then you can rock your left hip and knee a little side to side. Compression stretch feels nice here. And then clasping your hands around your left hamstring. Press your left leg into your hands, shoulders down your ear, away from your ears, and really press. Again, if you would let go of your hands, your left leg would just slam right to the floor. So really pressing in hard, engaging through your front quad. And then on your next exhale, lovingly pull your left leg towards your chest. Good. And then send your leg through your hands. Really find energy here. Squeezing thighs towards each other. Press your low back into the mat. And then release and give yourself a little stretch. One last time. Really send that leg through, almost like you can't hold your hands anymore. And then exhale, release. Let's come into a half happy baby on this side. Modify as you need to. As you press your foot into your hand, press your hand back into your foot. Open up and feel that stretch through your left hip, maybe your left hamstring. Notice I tend to move quite a bit, so you can do that as well. It's totally your practice. If you prefer stillness, hold stillness. If you like little movements, go with the movement. There's no right or wrong here. And that goes throughout the whole class. Good. And then bend your right knee, place your right foot on the floor, take your left ankle over your right knee, and start to rock your knees left to right. Keep your left knee open as you do so, and feel what's happening in your hips as you move your hips side to side. And then take your hands back behind, press them into a wall or glue them into the mat. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lifting tailbone off, drive that right knee into your chest so much that your left shin touches your chest. Inhale to release. Exhale, crunch up, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, crunch and lift. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Good. Release your leg. Let your knees sway side to side. And then start to rock and roll, finding your way up. I'm on a heel, so I'm rocking uphill. It adds a little bit of dimension in there for you until you come up onto your hands and knees. Let your wrists come underneath your shoulders, knees come underneath your hips. And as you inhale, pull your hands, drag your hands towards your knees versus just pressing down into the floor and then doing a back bend. You're going to feel more in your low back this way. So when you're in your cow position, drag your hands back, widen your collarbone. Feel this in your upper back. And then in your cat position, now press your hands and knees into the floor. Widen through your upper back and your low back. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Good. We're going to take a little staggered stance with your knee. So with your left knee, your left knee stays where it is. Pull your right knee up, maybe a foot. So you can see my right knee is in front of my left. My hands are still underneath my shoulders. And then start to make some cat and cows here. Same movement as we talked about with the spine and dragging your hands back, but your knees are staggered a bit differently. And then walk your hands over to the left and then stack. So your right hand is towards the front of the mat, left hand right behind that, and start to make some cat and cow. Pulling that right hip in and dragging your hands back towards your knees as you cow. Good, and keeping your knees as they are, start to send your butt back towards your heels like a child's pose. And then walk your left hand over to the right. It might feel kind of weird. It's not going to be super relaxing. We're just stretching through that left side body. Every part of your body that's touching the floor, press it into the floor. So your left hand, left knee and shin, and pull your left hip back. Good, and then walk your hands off to the other side. Both hands can be off the mat on the left side, and then dragging your right hand back. Feel that engagement through that armpit muscle all the way to your right hip. And then come back. Take your right knee, stay where you are, take your right knee, lift it up. So I'll face this way, lift it up, and then open your knee out to the right. Knee is parallel, thigh is parallel to the floor. Hug that left hip in so you're not dipping into it. And then press your right heel out to the side. And then bend and kick back up right where we started. Inhale. As you exhale, open that hinge of your hips so your knee goes from down out to the right. Squeeze both glutes and then stretch your right heel out. Lifting up even higher. Use the outside of your right glute. You can do it. And then come back, kicking your right leg up. Squeeze your tush. Exhale, turn your knee out to the right. Hold, and then press your right knee out, your right leg out straight. Hug that left hip in. One more time. Inhale, kick up. Really press your foot up, squeeze your butt cheek. And then exhale, turn your right knee out to the side. And then press your right leg out. Maybe do a little pulse out to the ceiling. Good. 3, 2, 1. When you're done with that, take your right leg behind, tuck your toes, and then press into your heel to get a calf stretch, and then a tiny bit of lift of your butt to get even deeper into that calf. Breathe. Good. Send both knees to the floor. Lift your left knee, place it behind your right knee on your calf, and start to massage your calf all the way up and down. It might be very tender. Even go, as you go up and down, go from right to left and hit every part of your calf all the way down to your Achilles. Put as much pressure as you want or need without putting yourself into too much pain here. If you find a spot you want to hold in, I did. You might want to take a few rolls of your knee over that knot in that kind of knotty, stressed area. And then come back to center, tabletop. With your right knee staying where it is, bring your left knee forward about a foot and start to make some cat and cows here. Hands are right under your shoulders to start. Widen your collarbone in cow. Press through your knees and hands in cat. Good, and then walk your hands off to the right side. Right hand is still under, right wrist is still underneath your shoulder. And then thumbs are facing each other. And then do some cat and cows here. Drag in that left hand, especially on your cows. Press into both hands as your cat. Come back to center. Sit back into a child's pose. It's going to feel weird. And then walk your hands off to the left side. Glue down your right hand. Pull through your right hip crease. Lengthen and feel that stretch around your whole right side body. And then walk your hands off to the right side of the mat. Left hand really glues down. Inhale as you exhale, send that left hip crease super far back. You might find a little shoulder stretch here at the same time. And come back through center. Lift your left foot up behind you like you're kicking the ceiling. Squeeze that butt and hamstring. Really use your butt muscle there. There's a lot of big muscles there. And then exhale, send your knee out to the side. Hug your right hip in. It's going to want to kind of get heavy out to the right. Hug it in. And then press your left heel out. Try to keep your leg hip height or as high as you can. Work with what you have in your body. And then inhale, kick back behind you. Really try to engage that glute, fire it up. And then exhale, just a hinge of your knee out to the left and press your left heel out. Inhale, kick up behind. Exhale, hinge the left knee to the left. Press your heel out. Keep putting that right hip back in. Inhale, kick. Exhale out to the side. Press your legs straight. Come back. Take the ball mount of your left toes down. Press into the heel, into the ball mount to send the heel back. Lift your butt up just a bit and get a deeper stretch in through your calf. My right foot is just heavy, not doing anything. I'm really focused on my back left calf. Good. Slowly set your right shin down. Take your left knee onto your right shin. Wait, I think it's right knee onto your left shin. And start to massage your left shin. Your left calf. Oh my gosh. Body parts are not working today. Really rub with your knee all the way up and down from behind your knee all the way down to your calf. And then move your knee so it gets all the way around from right to the left side of your calf. Maybe back around again. Yeah. Come back to your tabletop. Walk your hands back to your shins. Inhale, reach up. Take a fist with your hands and make some circles. We've been on them quite a bit, so give them a little stretch. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, little back bend here. Pull and zip that belly in nice and taut. Lift up through your heart. Even lengthen through your low back more than you think. Bring your hands down and come all the way onto your belly. Take your inhale, do it again. Dragging fingers back towards your hips, pulling shoulder blades together, and then pulling your heart forward even more. Press your pubic bone into the mat to take pressure off your low back. Exhale, release. As you inhale, lift up one last time. Squeeze elbows, squeeze shoulder blades together. Press the pubic bone into the mat. As you exhale this time, dip your right shoulder, look over your left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dip your left shoulder, look over your right. Inhale, lift. Take your left forearm to the floor. Bring your right hand forward, thumb up. You can even make a thumbs up. And then just like you're hitchhiking, bring your hand back around, thumb still up. Grab for your inside of your right foot. So the arch side of your right foot. Open up your right shoulder, twist it around, pull the shoulder blade back, and you can give yourself a little quad stretch here. As you pull your heel in towards your butt, try to press the top of your right thigh into the mat. Without forgetting what's going on with your left side, press the left forearm in and lengthen through the side of your neck, left side of your neck. Good. Now, kick your foot into your right hand and try to push your foot into your hand. Really open up the front of your right shoulder. Press into your left forearm even more and find a different stretch through the front body. Slowly release. Right forearm to the floor. Shoulder crease right underneath your shoulder. Bring your left hand out. Start to make a hitchhiking thumb. Without turning, keep your thumb up. Then grab the inside of your left foot. Press into your right forearm. And then you can pull your left heel towards your butt. Press the top of your left thigh into the mat and really rotate and open up your left shoulder. Big breath in. Long breath out. Keep pressing your pubic bones into the mat, especially if you feel quite a bit in your low back. Now let's switch this up. Kick your left foot into your hand So instead of pulling in, kick it away. Press into your right forearm even more. Press pubic bones into the mat, into the floor. Lift, squeeze thighs, inner thighs towards each other. Slowly release. Slide your hands under your shoulders, squeeze elbows back. Inhale, lift for your cobra. And as you exhale, come into child's pose. Knees wide. Big toes aiming towards each other. We're not going to be here long. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, find your down dog. Pedal out your feet, shake out your head, do what you need to do here. Finding some comfort in this home base we tend to come back to quite often. Pressing the ball of your pointer finger super hard into the mat. Your fingertips clawing into the mat. Twisting your triceps down towards the floor. Widening through your upper back. You can pedal your feet. You can hold stillness. Your choice. Take your right leg, lift it up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. You can have a soft bend in your left knee. Inhale here. As you exhale, tap your right toes to the outside of your left heel. And then try, just it's hardly touching, my right toes are hardly touching the floor. And then press more weight towards your left heel. It doesn't matter if your left heel touches the floor or not. It's just lengthening and putting more focus onto the back of your left leg. Big breaths. Then inhale, lift your right leg up. As you exhale, come into a plank pose. I'm going to turn to the side. Good. And then bend your knee just like we were in, just like when in tabletop, pressing your foot up to the ceiling. And then hinging that right knee out to the side. Good. Maybe straightening out your right leg if you want. Inhale, kick back up behind. Exhale, hinge out. And then kick. If you want, you don't have to. Inhale up. Exhale out. Maybe kick your leg straight. And then take your right ankle over your left knee. Figure 4 down dog. Send both hip creases up and back. Bend your left knee deeply to help have a ridge for your right ankle. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Come onto your fingertips or blocks. Inhale, look forward. Pull your hands back. Maybe walk your hands forward, but drag them back so you can pull your heart forward. And you can rock forwards and backwards over the ball of your left foot. Pull your thighs in towards each other. Engage through your low belly. Bring your left knee to the floor, and then let your right knee open up a little bit wider. I'll turn here. Let it open up a little bit wider without moving your right foot out, just opening up your right left knee. As you inhale, reach your right arm up. As you exhale, like you're reaching for your left foot, but you're just pushing and lengthening to twist. Inhale, back up around. Exhale, hands down on the inside. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, plank position. Bring your knees down to the floor. Inhale for cow. Hold this position as you control your chest and chin to the floor. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Make this your own here. If you like little pulses or prefer stillness, it's your choice. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, tap your left toes to the outside of your right heel. And there's no pressure, no weight on your left toes. This is focus for the back of your right leg. Energy down your right leg towards your heel, out your heel towards the floor. Send your hip creases up and back. You're still in a down dog position. Breathe in. Long breath out. Inhale into plank. Keep your left leg lifted. Bend your left knee. Press and use your glutes. And then exhale, turn that left leg out to the side. Maybe straighten out your left leg, but you don't have to. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, hinge that left knee out. Maybe kick your left foot out. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, turn out. Maybe kick out. Good. And then figure 4 down dog. So bend your right knee, left ankle over your right knee. Then send your hips back as you press your hands down and forward. Press that left knee backwards. Breathe. Squeeze the outside of your hips in towards each other. And one more inhale. As you exhale, left leg unwinds. Step to the outside of your left hand. Bring your right knee to the floor. Start to lift your heart. Maybe walk your hands forward. As you walk your hands forward, try to drag them back towards your hips. Pull your heart forward. There's an energy coming forward, so you find a back bend here. Ooh, I forgot something. Tuck your right toes and go forwards and backwards over your right palm out. Good. Now set your right knee down. Bring your weight into your right. Open up your left knee. My brain isn't here today, is it? Sorry about that, folks. Press your weight into your right hand. Left knee is open. Start to wind up and over, finding a twist. Like you're going to reach for your right heel, but you're staying right here. Press into your left hand. Find that deep twist. And breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, come back around. Press into your hands. Tuck your right toes. Find a plank. Knees down. Inhale for your cow pose. Hold this cow pose, but now engage as you control to lower your chest and chin to the floor. Butt stays high, and then you slither into your cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale back to down dog. Resetting and finding your breath. And on your next inhale, bend your knees. Actually, let's do this. Start to find like you're a spring. Bending your knees, straightening. Don't be so like kind of robotic about it. Just have fun with it. There's no like right or wrong. Be loosey-goosey, be fluid. Just really getting into your knee joints. Good. And then come back, inhale. Exhale, either jump, step, hop to the front of your mat. Find your forward fold. Legs can be hip width. They can be wider, your choice. Start to sway a little side to side. Good. And then bring your feet in so they're hip width apart. Bend your knees a lot. When I say this in class, sometimes people are like, they go from this to this. I don't even really notice a bend. Bend them a lot. Bend them a lot. Set your belly onto your thighs. Clasp your hands. Take your hands right behind your neck where your skull and neck meet. Right where your skull and neck meet. Let your hands stay there. Let your head get heavy. Let your elbows get heavy, coming towards each other. And use gravity in your hands to find a stretch through your spine and your neck. When your legs are straight and you're trying to do this, you won't feel as much. So bend your knees. Don't be afraid. And slowly release. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Drag. Remember when we were in that cobra and I said drag your hands back and pull your heart forward? That's the same movement in a halfway lift. So do that again here. Hands can be on blocks if you need to. Drag your hands backwards, pull your heart forward, belly in. Exhale, release. Inhale, stand and reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, drag hands back, pull heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand, reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Mountain pose or Tadasana. Inhale up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, knees can be bent any amount. Hands pull back, heart pulls forward. Exhale, find your plank pose. Send your knees to the floor. Inhale for cow. Exhale, let your chest and chin come to the floor, butt high. And then inhale into your cobra pose. Roll the shoulder blades down your back. And then exhale to your down dog. Big inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Press into your hands. Puff up through your upper back. Inhale, open, kick up. Exhale, step towards your right thumb. Inhale, rise to your high lunge. Make sure you're standing on railroad tracks so your feet are hip width apart. Energy out your left heel. Pull the belly in. Take your hands behind your head. And then press your elbows back towards each other, but still knit your rib cage in and lift through your heart. Really send energy out your left heel and engage through the back of your left glute and hamstring to really open up the front of your left thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, tap left knee to floor. Inhale, rise, low lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Right arm behind, left arm in front. Good. Lift up through the belly. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come on the inside of your right foot, and then shift your hips back, half split. Toes can come up. Drag your right heel back, pull your heart forward, pull your hands back. It's that same movement here again. Good. Inhale, rebend your right knee. Exhale, plank position. Knees down. Inhale for cow. Exhale, float, butt high. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Press to your hands. Inhale, kick. Exhale, step through. Inhale, rise, high lunge. It doesn't matter when you first get there. If it feels weird, let your body start to get used to it. So you might not get into your deepest lunge your first few breaths. You may have to work into it. You may not be able to fully straighten your right leg. That's totally fine. Just feel the energy down your out the right leg through your right heel. Squeeze your right glute. Squeeze your right hamstring. Lift your arms up only if you want to, only if you're ready. Good. Reach. Take your hands behind your head. Try to pull your elbows back. Knit your rib cage together. Really pull the bottom hip points up to your low rib cage. Lift up through your heart. Energy out your right heel. Good. Exhale, release. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale, float your right knee to the floor. Inhale, open up, twist. Wide arm twist, left arm behind, right arm in front. Pull the belly in, squeeze thighs towards each other. Whew. Really find a nice stretch through the front of your right thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the inside of your left foot. And then shift your hips back, half split variation. Drag hands back, pull heart forward, and breathe. And as you inhale, rebend your knee, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step to your plank. Knees down. Inhale for cow. Exhale, chest and chin to the floor, butt high. Slither to your cobra. Inhale. Back bend. Exhale, down dog. Take a moment here. Big inhale in. And let it go. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Heel toe your feet out nice and wide. Toes out, heels in. Take a seat into your yogi squat or malasana. You can sit on something here. Book or block. But really feel that hinge of your knee. Hands can be on the floor, at your heart. If they're at your heart, press your elbows into your thighs, but also press your thighs back into your heart and find some lift. By using the leverage of thighs and elbows towards each other, it's going to help lengthen through your spine versus rounding. Engage your whole pelvic floor. Breathe. One more inhale. As you exhale, hands to the floor, gently start to straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, yogi squat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, yogi squat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands drag back, heart comes forward. Exhale, yogi squat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down, butt high. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart forward, heel toe your feet so they're underneath your hips. And then as you exhale, walk out to your down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog kick. Exhale, step towards your right hand. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, float your left knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up, fingers up. Exhale, open arm twist, right arm behind, left arm in front. Keep your left toes tucked here. We're going to add on from here. Good. From here, we're going to open right up to warrior two. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your left knee up. Cartwheel arms open. Flip your left foot down flat and find your warrior two. That's a big transition. Adjust your feet as needed. Right toes, right knee face forward. Inhale, reverse. Now as you reverse, keep your left hand right at your thigh and lengthen by lifting up through your left side. Take your right hand up and over like you're going to touch your left thigh and then bring it down, around, and in front. Good. Nothing changes in the legs. Inhale, reverse, and then strum along your thighs till you come back around. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, strum. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, strum. Inhale, reverse, straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle. Tip body forward, both legs stay straight. Really press left hip back. Your hand can be on a block or a book or something. And then turn your right chest even up towards your left. Turn your right low belly up towards your left low belly. Squeeze thighs in towards each other. Really squeeze both outside of your hips in towards each other. Press the back of your heart, the back of your head to the wall behind you. Pull the belly in nice and taut. One more inhale. As you exhale, Skandasana on your left side. So as you turn your toes forward, bend your left knee. Right leg stays straight. Right toes can come up if that feels good for you, your choice. We were just in Malasana. This is a half Malasana, so hands can stay at the floor. You can float your hands. It's totally up to you. It's okay if your left heel lifts. One more inhale. As you exhale now, turn to the back of the mat. Low lunge, hands on either side of your left foot. And now the back of your mat is the front of your mat. Press hands in. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. As you exhale, make a scorpion tail with your legs. So open up your left hip and press. Good. Bring your left foot down. Widen out your feet. Take your left hand to the center and then slide your right hand towards your left ankle or calf. Grab a hold, press in and turn by peeking under your left hand, but really press your left hand hard into the mat. Use the strength of the muscles around your spine to help twist. Hug those armpit muscles in. Come back. Hands come back to center. Find your down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, step through. High lunge. Engage your belly, squeeze your legs. Prepare yourself as you reach up high. Inhale. As you exhale, float your right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Keep your right toes tucked. You know where we're going. Belly in. Good. From here, we're coming right to warrior two. So inhale. As you exhale, lift your right knee. Open up your arms. Spin your right foot down flat. Find your warrior two. Adjust your feet as needed. Left toes, left knees face the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse. Press your right hand into your thigh so it helps find lift through your right side. And then strum your left hand towards the front of your mat, your right foot, touching your right thigh, coming through your left thigh, reaching up and over. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This time as you inhale, straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Oh, that feels nice. Keep your legs straight or straightish as you tip right over and find your triangle pose. Press both hips, really cut into the crease of your left hip, and then spin through your right rib cage. Pull your low left belly up towards your right belly. Shoulder blades come together. Press your upper back and back of your head towards the imaginary wall behind you. Feel what's happening in your body. Remember, we're trying to be aware of what's happening versus going numb and just going with it and forgetting kind of where we are. One more inhale. As you exhale, Skandasana on your right leg. Right knee bends. Left foot can be flat or toes up. Hands can be floating or on the floor. As you press your right knee out, hug your both hips in. Whew. If this is too much for your knee, stay higher. Stay where you need to. Listen to your body. One more inhale. As you exhale, now we're turning to the front of the mat, hands on either side of your right foot. Inhale, low lunge, look forward. Exhale, three-legged dog, right leg goes up. Open, little scorpion tail with your right leg. Trying to kick your tush with your right heel. Soft bend in your left knee. Lift your right knee up to the ceiling. One more inhale. Exhale, feet come down, make them nice and wide. Right hand to the middle of the mat. Exhale, twist left arm underneath. Left hand grabs for some part of your right ankle or foot. And then engage your body. Pull your right hand in towards your feet, the arches of your feet in towards each other. Peeking and twisting under your right arm. And one more inhale. Exhale, come back. Knees down. Inhale, stand up on your shins. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, come down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your toes. Find your down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring your left foot all the way to the outside of your right, of the left of your mat. So I'll turn this way. So I'm still in a down dog position, but I'm on the pinky toe edge of my right foot. It's underneath my body, straight leg on the left side, and then send both hips back. So you're still in down dog, and it's like you're trying to drag your right edge of your foot towards your left foot. Feel that stretch along the outside of your right thigh. Okay. And then with your right leg staying straight, keep kicking it out. So your legs are making an L shape, but they're both straight. And then turn however you can to face your chest towards the floor. Take a big inhale in. As you exhale, let yourself forward fold. Trying to turn your left thigh down. Pull the belly in nice and tight. And hold here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Press into the big toe, your toenails on your left side. Inhale, lift up. And now come into your half pigeon. So you're already mostly there. Slide to bend your right knee. Your right foot can come towards your left hip if you need to. And then you can find a forward fold from here. If you want to add in a twist, slide your right arm underneath your left arm. And then bend your left arm 90 degrees and let your head lay on your left forearm, like a pillow. If the twist is too much, come back to your forward fold. If the forward fold is too much, stay high up here. If this is too much, you can go back to figure four on your back, like how we started. If you want to add in a quad stretch here, reaching your left hand back, grabbing for your left foot. And then again, any part of your body, so really your knees and your shins that are touching the floor, press them even more into the floor. And breathe. Notice if you're making any sort of engagement of muscles of your face, and relax your face. Relax the top roof of your mouth. Slowly release your foot if you have it in back. Start to come up. Slide your left leg out to the side. Take your right foot into your left thigh. Reach your right arm up to the side. Chest faces your right knee. Keep your chest open as you reach up and over, and press your right thigh into the mat. Like there's a weight on your right thigh and it's holding it down. Find some, ew, bugs. And make space and length through your whole entire right side body. You can even press your left hand into the mat to help twist and rotate your right chest up to the sky even more. And come back around. Swing your left leg back behind. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, open. If you would like to, you can tap your right toes behind and open up into a flip dog. Left leg stays straight. Press into your left hand. Really open up through your chest and your front body. And then come back around. Slow and control. Good. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, your left leg is going to go straight out to the right side. You're on the pinky toe edge of your left foot. And then send both hip creases back. Like you're trying to drag your left foot back towards your right foot. Left leg is heavy, but squeeze the thighs in towards each other. Energy out your right heel. Good. Slowly come down. I'm going to turn the other way here so you can see. Left leg stays straight. Walk your right knee and foot back. Turn onto the top of your right thigh if you can. Left leg is straight, and then twist your chest so it's facing the floor and press both legs into the mat. Maybe find a forward fold here. Breathe. Notice if one side is harder than the other. One side is definitely harder than the other for me. And slowly come up. Slide into your half pigeon that you're already almost set up for. The left heel can come towards your right hip. If your hips are more open or your knees are okay, your shin can be more parallel. Take a nice long inhale in and forward fold if it feels right for you. If you want to add in the twist, left arm slides under your right arm. And then right arm bends 90 degrees and your right forearm is a pillow. And then lengthen your inhales and deepen and lengthen your exhales. If you want to add in that quad stretch, come up onto your left forearm, reach your right arm back, bend your right knee, grab onto your foot, and maybe forward fold a little bit more. Your choice here, rotate your shoulders away from your ears. If you have a hold of your right foot without slingshotting, release and control your right foot down. Start to use your hands to walk yourself and lift up. Swing your right leg around. Keep it nice and wide. Left foot goes into your right thigh. Turn your chest to face your left knee. Reach your left arm up. Keep rotating to the left as you reach your left arm up and over. Pressing your right arm into the mat might feel nice or help you twist a little bit more. And pretend there's a weight on your left thigh holding it down. Nice deep inhales, full exhales, fully releasing all your air to the very bottom. Slowly come up. Take both legs in front and let yourself come on to your back. And rock your knees a little side to side. Loosen up that low back. And then take that tightly rolled towel or your block and place it right underneath your butt. So not on your low back. Your low back is that little sway part. Right underneath that on your butt. Good. And then make sure your shoulder blades are nice and flat to the floor. And then just like how we started, clasp your hands around your right shin, and send your left leg out long. Now the same thing here, as you pull your right knee in towards your right armpit, send energy out your left heel and really more so pull this, use your Uddiyana Bandha. So these low belly, like you're engaging, trying to press your low back into the block or the towel and trying to, like somebody's punching you in the gut. So you really engage at the same time as you're engaging. Heel goes out, knee goes in. So there's a lot of equal and opposite reactions going on, and it's going to get a much more focused stretch through your psoas, through all these hip flexors on your left side that you use as you're running. Good. If you want to, try to half happy baby from here. It might not feel great with your hips up, so if that is the case, you can remove your prop. And then let's switch out. Clasp your hands around your left shin. Shoulder blades soften to the floor, and then start to work those equal and opposite movements and kind of magnetizations of your body and energy. Pulling your left knee in towards your left armpit, send energy out your right heel. So it's fighting each other. And then like somebody punches you to the gut. Really engage, pulling your, really trying to touch your hip points, those two hip points that stick out to your low rib cage. Try to keep your right heel to the floor if you can. Breathe. And then if you want, half happy baby, with or without a prop. And slowly release. Remove the prop if it's there. And let your shins lift and be parallel to the ceiling. Take your arms out to a T or a soft goalpost. And then let your knees fall to the left, stacked right on top of the other. Let them get heavy. And then maybe look towards your right elbow. And as you inhale, fill up through your right rib cage. And as you exhale, let your right hip crease get heavy down towards your feet area as your right armpit area glues to the floor. So you're really trying to lengthen your right hip crease away from your right armpit. If you like a different twist, go for it. Do what you need to do. And then slowly come back up, shins parallel. Let them fall over to the right. Maybe look towards your left hand or elbow. Inhale through your whole entire left side. And as you exhale, now you're finding space and length, trying to lengthen your left hip crease away from your left armpit. Glue down your left shoulder. Let your hip crease get heavy down and away from your body. And breathe. Come in through center. Let your legs rock side to side. Even out your spine. If you want to come into a forward fold on your back, you can grab for your shins, or sorry, your heels or your calves. And as you pull your toes back behind you, now try to drag your tailbone to the floor in front of you. So again, that equal and opposite. This will be a nice stretch for your low back. Have your feet nice and wide. Trying to pull your tailbone to the floor, like energetically. It's not letting you, but you're trying to pull and rock your tailbone to touch the floor. And then slowly find your way into your final resting pose, or if there's anything else you need to do, go for it. Otherwise, prop yourself up as you need. Let your body flop open. Take up space. This is your time. There's nothing else to do but to fully surrender. Softening your shoulders, softening your jaw, softening your face and your eyes, and softening your soul. Stay here as long as you want and need. Start to bring some conscious breath back to your body. Start to feel the expansion and contraction of your body with each inhale and exhale. And you can end your practice on your back. If you prefer to end in a seat, take your time, make small movements with your fingers and toes. Maybe turn to one side until you find your way to your seated position. Once you get in your seated position, take a moment and notice that shift in energy. Maybe it's a similar feeling to that shift in energy when you get done with a run. Maybe it's different. Either way, physical activity, physical movements with our body help to release tension within ourselves. And when we release tension within our physical body, we release tension within our energetic body, within our mind and our spirit and our soul. And when it builds back up again, we move our body again to help us navigate through the rest of our world. If you'd like, you can take your hands together at your heart, pull in a big inhale, fill up, open mouth, let it go. Namaste, friends.